Well, guys, I hate to say it, but once again, there are some terrible stocks gaining traction in the retail community. And I know this is one of my more controversial videos. It tends to create a lot of debate down in the comments. That's all well and good. But I feel like, especially in a time like this, I got some new ones that I got to point out to you guys and kind of show specifically why these are just some terrible stocks to own, to be honest, in my opinion. So let's kind of discuss all that today and kind of get to the nitty gritty with these stocks right after you gently tap that like button and consider subscribing too. It's super easy to do if you like the truth without the hype. Now remember, guys, even if you own these stocks, there's no judgment here. We all own bad stocks, and honestly, I'm guilty of it just as many of you guys are, not just now, but throughout my entire investing career over 20 plus years. We all have bad stock picks. Warren Buffett has bad stock picks. Peter Lynch has bad stock picks. Everybody has bad stock picks, and that's okay. It happens. The more important point is to realize that you made a mistake and then be able to move on to it. I mean, heck, I just got done selling a bunch of stocks that were honestly mistakes that were in my portfolio. Now, they were various reasons. There was different reasons for owning each stock, different reasons why I held on to the stock for this long, a lot of other things like that. But the reality is, it doesn't matter what the reason was in the end. The point being, I had them, so I had to get rid of them. I had to take those L's in some cases, and I had to clean up that portfolio there. And make sure you check out the pinned comment down there if you want to see sells like that in real time and the reasons why and the explanations and all that sort of stuff. If you want to get my stock analyzer tool, it's going to be completely free for members. Take 5 courses for free. See all my buys in real time too. See my watch list with price targets. Tons of exclusive videos. We got the best 6 and 7 figure Discord out there. Just more than I can put it here in this video. So make sure you check out the pinned comment down there. See everything that you get and see if it's right for you, because I may have left a nice discounted price for you guys down there. So let's jump into the list here. And even if the last few make a few people angry, that's all right. That's what the comment section's for. So let's talk about it down there. So stock number 1 would be Bankrupt stocks. And guys, I don't know why these are gaining traction again. I don't know how this kicks up. I saw it several different places, got several different DMs about, hey, what if I buy, YOLO call options on this particular Bankrupt stock? And I don't know, it's become a thing again. And to me, you're just playing with fire. You're just gambling. That's all that this is. You might as well just go to Vegas, put your money on a roulette wheel and just see what happens, because that's basically the same exact thing you're doing here, except for actually with less or worse odds than you'd have at the roulette table. So I just don't understand the play here. I understand that somebody probably made some money doing some YOLO bet, call options on whatever Bankrupt stock it was, and they made a lot of money. So now everybody else is chasing that. Well, cool. I mean, that's kind of what happens with the lottery, right? And everything else involved with gambling. That's essentially what you're doing. So once again, this is something that is kicked up, and it's just not for me at all. I don't understand it. And I just wanted you guys to be aware of it as well, that it's out there. The bottom line is, this is pure gambling, not long-term buy and hold investing. So I'm staying far away from anything like this. So stock number 2 would be Mullen, and we talked about that last time we did this video, that they had just done a 25-26 to 1 split, reverse split actually, to try to stay listed. And once again, the stock just got completely destroyed down, and now they're doing a 9 to 1 split to try to stay listed again. There's just not much you can do here. A dying company is a dying company. They're just trying to keep it up and going. Profitable companies are struggling in this environment. Unprofitable companies are struggling in this environment. But what do you think is going to happen to pre-revenue companies? Man, they're just going to get destroyed in an environment like this. So regardless of whether you like or thought it was a good idea, thought it was coming, this is pre-revenue, and it's just a tough spot to be in, and definitely not one that I want to be in long term. So I'm staying far away from this stock, because the situation has not gotten better. It's gotten a whole lot worse. And regardless of what management does to try to keep it listed, to me, the risk reward is just not there, and I'm staying far away from Mullen. So here's the controversial part of the list right here. I know we're starting early, but hey, this is just the way the list went this time. So, understand, you guys know the comment section, use it as you see fit, but at least hear me out through each one of these before you just go completely blasting me for my picks in this area. So number 3 would be crypto. And guys, I'm sorry. I understand that the blockchain is the future. I agree there completely. I understand that not all crypto is total trash. I would agree there completely as well. But crypto is starting to gain momentum again. And right now, there isn't the great use cases for, mass adoption with crypto right now, at least. Matter of fact, what I'm waiting for with crypto is the regulation piece. And how exactly is it going to be regulated? What is going to be regulated? And then I'm looking at it from there in regards to, there may be a play there at that stage. But for right now, when I look at it, man, I'm starting to see a lot of those, poop coins showing up again. A lot of the other garbage that was out there that ran wild. Now, not nearly as wild as it did whenever it was kind of at its height there. But the point being, that's starting to creep back up again because they're starting to get some momentum behind all the crypto guys and all the people that are into crypto saying, hey, oh, it's coming. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. This is going to explode. That's going to explode. And it might very well. I'm not saying that it won't. What I'm trying to say is that we are a long way. We're kind of in the very, very beginning of this journey with crypto, and how it all ends in the end is anybody's guess at this stage. And to think that governments are just going to allow crypto to take over currency and a lot of other things like that, that's silly talk. And a lot of the other things that I hear in regards to being bullish on it, a lot of them are silly talk. Now, it's not all of them, it's just some of them. So, I think you're relatively safe. You're sticking with the Bitcoins, the Ethereum, stuff like that. You start getting outside of that, and to me, you're getting into very dangerous territory there in regards to what's going to happen when this regulation comes. And more importantly, it seems like more of that is scam than is actual reality there. So I understand it's being used right now, but in terms of mass adoption, which is what I need to see and where I think is truly going to push crypto to that next, kind of that next level, everybody thought it was coming. And then now it really hasn't. Most of the folks that bought it have sold it off, just kind of part of the market that we're in right now. So crypto is definitely one that for me right now, I want nothing to do with until we kind of get some clarity on what the regulation is going to be and then how it's going to affect those crypto markets more importantly. So till we have that, I'm out on this play, unfortunately. Yeah, go ahead now. It's time to blast me down in the comments. I got it, guys. I'm willing to take it. It's okay. All right, so stock number 4 would be Lucid. And guys, I mean, you guys know this from the start. I was a fan of what Lucid was trying to do, but given the valuation and given the hype run up and everything else, you just couldn't justify it. They, at that time, whenever it was CCIV, if you guys remember that, hadn't produced anything yet. They weren't. And they still are barely producing, at anything. They're much less being at scale. And I know I've heard the argument that, hey, they got a cheaper model coming. They've got all these things happening. Well, that cheaper model that, the Model 3 for Tesla, man, there was a lot of headache and a lot of hiccups and a lot of everything before that thing got off running and hit scale. And that took years, guys. And right now, Lucid doesn't even have, I don't know, I haven't seen their cheaper model yet. I haven't seen even a rendering of it. Doesn't mean it's not out there. It just means I haven't seen it yet. But we're years away from that being anything, much less a revenue generator for the stock. So right now we're sitting in, uncertain times. The economy isn't terrible, but it's not super great either. And you're trying to sell a super premium vehicle. Oh, and by the way, interest rates are really, really high, making it harder to get a loan for that, making that loan a lot more expensive. This is just a tough time to be in the, luxury, ultra luxury market for cars. Now, obviously they have great backing. I would agree completely there. And that is big. That can give them enough capital to weather that storm. But they're already probably going to have to dilute shareholders even further. And, diluting shareholders when you're at all-time highs, okay, that makes a lot of sense. When you're at close to the lows or down near the lows, having to dilute shareholders in order to keep the lights on is not a good sign. So for me right now, Lucid has a lot of things to prove. They have a lot of potential, agree there, but they have a lot of things to prove before I'm willing to put any money towards that stock. So no, go ahead, blast me down there. It's okay. You blasted me whenever it was at 80. That's all right. Go ahead and blast me now. The fact that it's beaten down and I'm not sure I want to put money there at this stage. And we have one final one, and that stock would be AMC. And go ahead, apes. You can go wild on me down in the comment section. That's cool. But for me, this is just one of those plays to where, I don't understand the play there outside of a hype run of some sort. It's not like this company's, revenue is increasing, 20% quarter over quarter or year over year or anything like that. It's not like the EPS is just going through the roof. There aren't a lot of fundamental things with this company that are happening. I mean, heck, they're buying gold mines and a lot of other weird stuff like that. So to me, you're owning this stock, banking upon some sort of a squeeze of some sort. And basically it's a trade at that stage, which I'm not a trader. I have no interest in that. And more importantly, a lot of the folks are hanging on to the fact that, hey, I don't think it's going to $50. I think it's going to $500, $1,000. $100,000 is that bigger goal. And guys, there's not enough money in the world to actually get us to that $100,000 mark. It doesn't exist. It's not there. There's not enough money in the world to get there. So that is completely false. Honestly, for me, very, very misleading to investors out there. Now, where will it squeeze in the meantime? Who knows? Could it squeeze and hit up to 10 or 15 or 20? Absolutely, it could. But again, that's more akin to gambling than it is actually investing. And more importantly, it's a trader's game. Sure, there may be a great trade there, but I'm not a trader. I'm a long-term buy and hold investor. So for me, holding out for some sort of a crazy, whatever the heck everybody thinks is going to happen out there, for me, it's just kind of one of those deals with a lot of hype and not much else beyond that. So, and that's proven out so far. Maybe I'll eventually be wrong. Hey, great. That means other people are making money. Awesome. But, in regards to somebody who's been doing this for a very, very long time, that's not normally how this game works and normally how it plays out. So Anyways, AMC's off the list for me. And remember, if you want access to that stock analyzer tool, you want to take 5 courses for free, you want to get my watch list complete with price targets, see all my buy and sell alerts at real time, you want access to the best 6 and 7 figure Discord out there. I put, 3, 4, 5 videos a week just to my group right there, and a ton more. Make sure you check out the pinned comment down there, as I may have, put it on sale for those that are willing to check it out and become a member. Click this video here if you want to see exactly what I'm buying in this market, and click here to see my exact plan for this market. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.